Greetings, literature lovers. Yesterday we were talking about, Tedzorima. So the rhyme scheme of Tedzorima of any two tersets would be AB, AB, C, B, C, D, C, and so on for the following tersets. Now today let's talk about quatrains. A quatrain is a stanza of 4 iambic lines with alternate rhymes. That is, the first line rhymes with the third and the second with the fourth. However, variations of this rhyme scheme are frequent. Similarly, the length of the lines also varies. The lines may be pentameter, tetrameter, or even shorter. Sometimes the first and third line are longer than the second and fourth lines. Now, most of the ballads in English literature have been written in quatrains. So it is also referred to as the ballad stanza. The Coleridge's Rhyme of the Asian Mariner and Keats' La Belle Dame Sans Merci are the two poems in this form which readily come to one's mind. Now let's talk about heroic couplet. Now heroic couplet consists of 2 iambic pentameter lines rhyming together. It is called heroic because iambic pentameter was, rhymed or unrhymed, was first used for epic or heroic poetry. It is an important measure as far as English poetry is concerned. Most of the poetry of Augustan age, that is age of Dryden and Pope, 1660-1750, is cast in this measure. Each line of the heroic couplet consists of 2 5 feet or 10 syllables, and the second syllable of each foot is accented. The 2 lines of the couplet rhyme and rhyme may be single or double, though Pope, the ablest practitioner of verse form, generally uses single rhymes in the middle. There is a pause technically called the caesura. This pause generally falls after the fourth and before the sixth syllable, but variations in the placing of the pause may be skillfully introduced in keeping with requirements of thought and emotion. Further, there may be variations not only in the placing of the caesura, but also in its depth. Sometimes this pause is so slight that it seems there is no pause at all. The heroic couplet may be of 2 kinds, closed or run-on. In the closed couplet, the sentence is completed with each couplet and each thus forms a complete sentence, a unit in itself. In the run-on variety, the sentence runs on from one couplet to another till it is completed. The heroic couplet was first used in English by Chaucer, who might be learned it from French sources. He used this measure for many of the stories in the Canterbury Tales. Spenser used it with great skill for its mother, Hubbard's Tale, and Marlowe used it with great success for his heroine Leander. And next is octosyllabic couplet. In the end, mention may also be made of octosyllabic couplet. It offers from the heroic couplet in much as each line in it consists of 8 syllables or 4 feet and not of 10 syllables or 5 feet. It is difficult to handle and its use in long narrative poems tends to grow mechanical and tiresome. However, in the Restoration era, Samuel Butler used it with great success for his satirical poem Sir Hudibras, In Romantic Age, Coleridge used it successfully for his Christabel. Now, last, talking about satire, the word satire is derived from the Latin sutra lunx. Long defines it as literary work which searches out the faults of men or institution in order to hold them up to ridicule. According to Dryden, the true end of satire is the amendment of vices by correction. The main characteristics of satire are literary form of expression, disgust at the ridiculous, ugly, and the foolish, humor, and last, a sincere desire to correct or reform. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.